Yeah, it's true. I've been thinking about you and I've been waiting on that call. Do you think of me at all?
Cheers and welcome back to Unplugged, where we are hosting singer-songwriter, performer and instrumentalist Chemutai Sage, and she's talking to us about her latest project, which is the EP Jungle Trap, and she performed for us the song Oceans. If you missed that, shauri yako. But not to worry, she's another song she's going to perform for us in a short time. But I also want to ask her about an exciting project that she was involved in. You were involved in 2018. So Eric Wainaina was in this project. There was two hotshot guys from New York, and it was a musical.
Yeah,
So, you know, this is the thing I find really interesting about you, Sage. Like, you're not scared to try anything.
I try anything.
You try anything. Like, you know, you're so alive Dumbala to watching you to now here's a musical.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
So Eric had reached out to me. He had someone, they had a musical theater initiative that they were starting. And he reached out to me and he said there was a guy who was writing, a playwright, and he wanted someone to be a composer on his project. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll try it, because I'm like really not doing so much now. And so I went, and like we actually had like 2 lecturers from the New York University. And there was one woman who works at Sundance Film Festival, and they're really great because they were teaching us how to like write musicals, how to compose for musicals, and yeah. So we're in the process of wrapping up a lot of those musicals this year. This year was the year we were supposed to showcase the musicals,
Right.
But you know, Corona happened. But like we are still continuing with that process of refining and just building on like the musicals, and it's exciting because I've never written for a musical before.
How different is it from just writing like a normal track?
I mean, the thing with musicals is that there are so many layers, and you have to have deliberately. You know, when you're writing for yourself, you just flow with the emotions. With musicals, yes, you can flow with the emotions, but you have to deliberately write in layers so that 1, the music sounds good. 2, it's connecting with the audience. 3, it makes sense with the flow of the story, because now you're writing
A story. Music for a story.
And then it's not just the what, but even the instrument. You have to think about the instrumentation as well. Even when people are not speaking, it has to evoke emotions. And so my orchestra dream is sort of coming alive there. I'm really excited. Music excites me, let's be honest.
And speaking of music, you know, we're talking about your EP, Jungle Trap, and I love the song Infatuated. Could you please perform that for us?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah? And one thing that you may not know is that Sage actually took a Harvard law course in copywriting intellectual property. We're going to talk to her a bit about how she protects her intellectual property and why it is important for artists to be able to wake up and understand that you must protect the work, your creative work that you do. So here on Unplugged, again, to perform the song Infatuated from her EP Jungle Trap, Chemutai Sage.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Slow. Came from a fantasy so deep in space, on the brink of reality, because nobody loves me like you. Nobody stays on my mind for this long of a time. I know that you're feeling it too. So taste it, just taste it. Tell me why we're going so slow. Time stood still, but I won't let it go. Let's make this thing clear. I want your loving and I got it right here. Yeah. I'm infatuated, baby. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. Well, in fact, just call me crazy, because I wouldn't want another way, baby. How'd you do what you do to me? You talked me out myself, and boy, I swear I was going through hell. You took time to love me, to heal me, to Figure out the real me, church, can I get an amen? Found me a really good man. How somebody like you had me feeling like I had a breakthrough. Let's make this thing clear. I want your loving and I got it right here. I'm infatuated, baby. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, in fact, just call me crazy, because I wouldn't want it other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing the song Infatuated from her EP Jungle Trap, we have Chemutai Sage here on Unplugged. We have another drink for you here, Sage.
I'm sorry.
That is how we, you're all about having a good time, turning up as we get to know a bit about you. Now, in, when was this? I think 2018, 2019, I think? You joined an initiative where you guys were talking about releasing a song a month.
Oh, it was 2019. End of 2019.
Yes.
From August up to December 2019. It was called the Awesome Challenge. I was
Right.
with Chetushani, Nwenderitu, Lisan, Odwor, Noah, and Riga.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was all about releasing one song, and your EP now has 5 songs, right?
My EP does have 5 songs.
5 songs. All right, great. Why did you decide at some point that you wanted to take a copyright,
So
course
strange.
in Harvard?
One of my friends, really good friends, was like, there's this thing, Harvard is offering this copyright law class, and they offer it every year. And he's like, you know what, please just apply for it. And I'm just like, okay. So I applied for it, and it was one of the most amazing, mind-blowing, like, I was just like, we know nothing, turns out.
Yeah.
'Cause
What were some of the things that stood out for you in that class? Because a lot of artists go through a situation where you sign to a label and you don't understand that because the label is paying for your music, it's paying for your videos, it's paying for your stylist, that they actually own the copyright to all your intellectual property. And then when you guys now, Achana is when you're like, those guys don't want to give me my song. You can't even perform the songs.
I think one of the things it opened my mind to is really just go through your contracts. It doesn't even matter what kind of, even when you're registering with a CMO, go through that contract well. And another thing that stood out for me is, please, you can always renegotiate contracts. They're not set in stone. You can always go and be like, this part does not serve me. Can we change it to this? But one of the most important things it taught me was how to guard my property, my intellectual property.
Right.
I think here people just assume because it's music, it's just you just wake up and you just sing.
Oh, the producer is my friend, so he'll never like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you need to take this thing seriously from its conception. You need to take it serious. You need to make sure you and your producer have your agreement down on paper. You need to make sure as soon as the thing is out, before you've even released it, that you have registered, you have copyrighted it, so that in future, if someone else copies your sound or whatever, you can protect your rights and you can make sure nobody infringes on those rights.
Your daughter turned 6 in March.
She did! My baby!
Yeah, so we're going to talk about whether you want her to follow in your footsteps or you're one of those parents who are like, you're going to become a doctor, pilot, engineer. But Clinton, thank you so much.
Clinton is doing the most.
He's doing the most. Look, I'm like, this is not too much. Get it? Yeah.
Enjoy.
Oh, this is delicious.
Yeah, so what is this?
This is the one which gives you energy, soothes you. When you make it, gives you some energy to sing like Sage.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
The strawberry drink,
It's delicious.
pineapple juice in it,
Right.
a bit of gin. Yeah.
What's it called? Does it have a name?
It says gin strawberry.
Yeah?
Or gin berries.
Gin berries.
Gin berries.
And this other one was what? What was in that?
This is ram with a view.
Ram with a view.
Yeah.
All right. Of course,
yeah,
this Clinton really hooks it up. Clinton from Mawimbi Seafood, of course, is always here to hook us up with the best cocktails. Very quickly, Sage, do you want your daughter to follow in your footsteps?
I just want her to do what she loves. But the amazing thing is she actually likes singing.
She's picking up music.
Yes, she is. She's picking up music. She's very artistic. She's a really good painter. She's a really good artist, dancer, singer, and she's really smart. Like she could literally do anything she wants, and I
Right.
love to see that, and I just encourage her to do everything. I think that's what my parents did with me as well.
Yeah,
They just like
yeah.
encouraged me to do pretty much everything, so that's exactly how I'm going to raise her.
Yeah. All right, great. Where can people get your EP really quickly?
They can get my EP. It's on all platforms, everywhere, be it Boomplay, Mdundo, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, Tidal. It's everywhere.
Cheers, Sage.
Cheers.
Continue
Mike.
giving
Thank
us
you.
great music. Continue growing and experimenting. And of course, we are on this journey of growth with you. Thank you so much, Clinton. Thank you so much, Chemutai Sage. And thank you to you too at home. Remember, you can join us again next Friday right here on Unplugged to find out who we're going to have to share their creative journey here only on Unplugged K24. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll catch you again next Friday.
I've been waiting on that call. Do you think of me at all? Waiting on that next move. Tell me when.